Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is another week for me to give you an honest analysis on GBPUSD and USDCHF. I've been off for some time because I've been doing some back end work, you get. So I'm back this week to give you my honest review analysis on what I think is going to happen on these two pairs, GBPUSD and USDCHF. Now let's go to GBPUSD first. This pair is showing something interesting and as well a bit confusing. Confusing in the sense that we have to wait for next week for us to conclude. We have to wait for market open tomorrow, which is Monday, for us to conclude. So GBPUSD is looking like a buy. But before we conclude that it's going to buy, we are going to wait for what's going to happen in the coming week. Now this is a daily chart. The daily chart is showing is selling anyway, but it is at zones that is showing that a buy is about to happen. Now, if you can see these what is it again? This morning star that happened the day before the last day. It is a very strong bullish signal. Aside that, GBPUSD have been trending in a buy for a very long time. They've been trending in a buy. To go straight to the point, what I think is going to happen on GBPUSD, I think it's going to buy. Why? I'll show you why. So, I think it's going to buy. But then, before we conclude that it's going to buy, we're going to see what is going to happen on the 4 hour. You see these two red lines I drew? This one and this one. These two zones. So, it depends on what GBPUSD is going to do on these two zones. Whether it is going to pass it above or whether it's going to pierce it below will determine what's going to happen in GBPUSD. So if GBPUSD, if the price continues going up and passes this zone, then you know that it is a buy continuation or a buy has started. But if it goes down, then you know that it is sell continuation. But I strongly believe that it's going to buy. 4 hour have been trending in a sell. Then it came to this zone. It still sold, right? Now it went up like this. And instead of breaking this zone, this particular zone, it did not break this particular zone. I mean this sell here, it did not break this zone. But instead, what did it do? It broke above. It went up. It broke above and broke structure here. So I believe that GBPUSD is going to start buying. But like I said, we are going to see what will happen in the market opening in the coming week before we know whether we are going to continue buying or continue selling. So GBPUSD, we'll watch and see whether it breaks this zone. This zone, I call it 1. Let me write it very well. Watch and see whether it breaks this zone up or it breaks this zone down. That will show the trend that we are in. So that's it for GBPUSD. Now let's go over to USDCHF. USDCHF. In the previous weeks, it bought, yes. If you watch my old video, you see that I predicted that it's going to buy and buy up. Actually, my target for the buy is in this blue area. But I don't mind if it stops here. If it stops here, here is still a zone. If it stops here, no problem. But then, it hasn't even gone up to this zone. There's still a space to be filled. If you can watch very well. Oh no, I want to draw a straight line. Okay, let me use a trend line. Sorry, I forgot that there's trend line. Let me use a better tool. Okay, now if you can watch from here to here, there's still a little space. So now I'm wondering, is it that it's going to fill up this space, or even fill up this space up to this point, or it will just leave the remaining gap and continue selling? Do you understand? So I believe that USDCHF is on a verge to sell, but then there might be a little more buy before it's going to sell. So we are going to have patience to see what will happen. Now, all these red lines I drew, all these red lines, they are zones. They are zones that will determine what the next move for GBPUSD is going to be. So let me explain what these zones are for me. Okay, now let's go to 4 hour. I see my trend clearly on the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, structures have been broken. Now see, these charts have been trending in a buy for some time. You get? Now, it is not showing sell pressure. What do I mean by that? It went up and and reached this zone. Now, what I was expecting when it came down like this, what I was expecting, let me choose a better color so that you can see it clearly. Let me choose another color. A color, which color am I going to choose now? Should I choose yellow or green? Green. Let me choose blue. Let me choose blue. Yes, let me choose a blue color. So when after this went up to this zone, then it now fell. I was expecting it after it went up this time around. I was expecting it to pass. I was expecting it to cross this zone. When this went up like this, I was expecting it to cross this zone. And it's to cross this zone, go up, then continue doing this. You get? But it didn't do that. What did it do? It went up back to the source and came down. When it came down, it means that it had broken this zone. It broke this zone, this structure here. It broke this structure. It broke this structure. This structure I labeled 2. It broke it. It broke this structure while coming down. My expectation is that USDCHF might go up, tap this zone, and continue heading down. But then we still have to see what will happen in the coming market opening. So if USDCHF continues breaking down into this zone, then we know that sell is a short sell. Then we'll now wait for maybe a little more retracement and we'll now study it all the way down to this point. But then if it goes up and breaks here, then you know that it is heading to complete that gap I showed you in the beginning. Then to complete that gap before it will finally come down. Sorry, it's too long, sorry. Before it finally come down. So that's it for my analysis on GBPUSD and USDCHF. Stay tuned in the next week for another detailed analysis. And my analysis is on a high probability. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. More is coming, guys. We are just cooking. We're just trying to get ready for what we have in the future. Bye-bye.